You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no
Flats this time. That's a touchdown just off the bat.
You've hit your fury and kept it in. But it's time now you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Security Bank of Pulaski County, with two convenient locations in Waynesville and St. Robert, Missouri, is a proud supporter of the Waynesville Tigers and Lady Tigers athletics, including all their sports and activities. Security Bank is a member FDIC equal housing home lender. They can provide home loans, auto loans, whatever type of loan you need, and whatever support you need, give Security Bank a call or visit them in Waynesville, St. Robert, Missouri. Central is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports for a couple of years now. Be sure to reach out to them on Facebook or give them a call for all your glass needs, whether it be windshields in cars or doors for your home. Auto Glass Central can help. Home Plate Grill in Dixon, Missouri is a proud sponsor of Allen Hilliard Sports and a great place to eat. Grab a burger, grab some waffle fries. They have some of the best food in Pulaski County, located downtown Dixon. The Plato Athletic Booster Club is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Plato Eagles again this year, especially in the Frisco League tournament, during the basketball season, and during the spring. Be sure to check them out, Plato Athletic Booster Club, on Facebook to become a member. Roscoe's Ice Cream Truck in Iberia, Missouri is a supporter of the Iberia Rangers and Allen Hilliard Sports again this season. When you see them, be sure to stop by, grab a sweet treat in Iberia. Thank you from Allen Hilliard Sports.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and to buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Pleased to be joined now from Ash Grove High School head basketball coach Grant Williamson and our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, Brady Nicholson. And Coach Williamson, thanks so much for helping set this up today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Coach, and we'll talk a little bit about the team overall. You guys are 6-5 out of the gates here. Played a very tough schedule when you look at just who you had to match up with in the blue and gold. Outside of that, you played Pleasant Hope, was a very good team. They're having a good year. Sparta, obviously, folks know about, and the likes of Fair Grove. But overall, you got to be feel good about where you are at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think our guys are obviously frustrated. They want to win all of them. So it's been a tough last month or so. We've played a lot of really good teams and kind of went through a really meaty part of our schedule. But I think we're better for it, and our guys are still pretty confident. All of our goals are still there to go try and win conference and a district. And so we've got a tough one tomorrow against Morrisville, looking to get back on track.
You bet. And going into the blue and gold, that first round game, tell us a little bit about what your strategy was there, and then we'll talk about Brady and just a huge, record-breaking night. Just a night for the memories.
Yeah. Well, we knew going in Willow Springs was a team that liked to play a fast pace, which is very similar to us. They like us. There's not a lot of shots. They're not afraid to shoot, and they've got some guys who can make them. So we knew we'd have to score the basketball, and we'd have to not only put up a lot of shots, but make a lot of shots. And fortunately, he was able to make a lot of them. So.
Absolutely. A 50-point output that night, as I understand it, and 39 points by the end of the third quarter. But Brady, when did you realize that you were getting close to maybe breaking a record? I mean, Amino Muhammad, held it. And obviously, a guy playing in the NBA or the NBA Instructional League.
Mhm.
At what point did you realize, hey, I've got a shot at this?
I had no idea how many I scored until after the game. I mean, I was just focused on, it was a close game. So, coming out with a win is the most important for me. And I didn't realize it until, right after the game, one of my friends actually told me that I tied it. But later on, I found out that I actually broke it. And I didn't know the record going into the game. I wasn't planning on breaking the record or anything. It's just, it all kind of worked out, and I was feeling good.
A lot of times when you talk to athletes prior to games, whether it be a pitcher in baseball feeling like, hey, in the bullpen, my fastball is working, my curveball is breaking real well. In basketball, it's kind of a similar thing where in warm-ups, and a lot of the athletes I've talked to when they have these tremendous games, their warm-ups didn't go very well. What was it like just preparing for the game? Did you feel like you had a shot that you were going to get hot? Not break the record, but just felt like you had maybe an opportunity.
Actually, well, thinking back on it, it was before the game. So, it was really – the game was at 9:30. So, we got to our school, and, we'll have a shoot-around for a while. And I was feeling pretty good during that time. I was just, getting my mind ready for the game. And my shots were falling, I felt like.
So was there any particular spot on the floor? Now, I was not at the game, so I didn't see the outcome. Was there a particular spot on the floor where you felt like if you got to there, it was going down?
Most of the time for me as a player, if I get around 15-foot range, I make a lot of jumpers, and but what was happening in that particular game, it was they knew that I like to shoot jumpers, and they were kind of giving me threes. And in the first half, I got hot and made a bunch of threes in the second quarter. And then they had to kind of adjust to that. And that's whenever I started making jumpers and then getting all the way to the rim. So I kind of was scoring at all three levels.
Coach Williamson, was there at any point during the game where maybe someone came down from the scores table and let you know? Were you aware of what the record was or that he was getting close to it?
Yeah, like him, I had no idea. We were just trying to win a game. We ended up winning by 2. So I was focused on that, and we were struggling to get stops on defense. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how we were going to get a stop. So I had no idea. My assistant coach was keeping the book, and he made a comment. I think at the end we were shooting some free throws to kind of put it away. And he all he asked was, what's the most that Brady had ever scored in a game, which I think at that point had been 40.
Yeah.
And I said, I think it's 40. Why? And he goes, oh, he'll beat that. But that's the only time I knew about it too.
So Brady, who told you that you had broke the record? I know you said a teammate said you had tied it, and I know Wyatt Wheeler was there, and I was following along with his post, so to speak, but who was the first one to get to you and tell you that you'd broke the record?
It actually wasn't any of my teams on the Ash Grove team. It was my friends from my travel teammates, my team on Yanders Law. Some of the teammates were there, and they sat right behind our bench. And after the game, he yelled at me and told me I scored 49. Which I was like, wow, that's more than I thought. And he said I tied the record, but he miscounted or something, I guess.
Coach, and I know you've got a lot of experience. I know as a player at the high school level and then coaching at the collegiate level. Have you seen a player, had a player that you felt like had gotten that hot in your past?
Only one other time I can remember. I was actually at the game, so maybe 2 times. I was at the game where Aminu scored, had originally broke the record, and obviously that was very impressive to watch. And then one time in college, there's a guy that was playing down at C of O from Neosho, Ethan Murray. And I think it was his senior year, our first game, we were up at William Penn, and he could not miss. Like you talked about, he was in one of those zones, and he finished with 40-something points, I think, that game. So that's about the only other time I can remember something like that.
Very good. And Brady, you're a senior. You're a senior, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've made your decision as far as next year. Tell us a little bit about that. What went into that decision?
I mean, just a lot of summers and work with Coach Rob Yenders with my travel team, and the jury coach had been coming to my tournaments and had a great relationship with me and Coach Rob, and that's where we decided to go. And he gave me a scholarship there, so I was happy to stay around close to home and go to a school that really suits me.
Very nice. And Brady, being a senior, if you could, knowing what you know right now, if you could go back to that 8th grader, freshman Brady Nicholson, and give yourself some advice based on what you know now, I mean, what advice, if you could go back in time, would you give that 12, 13-year-old Brady Nicholson?
Get ready, because that change from 8th grade to freshman year was huge. Just everybody is so much stronger than me. I've always been really long and lanky, but I don't know. I guess just get ready. I don't really know.
Very good. Very good. Well, Coach, you've got Morrisville. You're at Morrisville, at Diamond, and then Sarcoxy, and then you go into the 39th annual Spokane Invitational. Tell us about this upcoming couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's a big week for us. We haven't played since the Blue and Gold, and we're at Morrisville. They're playing really well right now, and it's always a tough place to play. So that'll be a challenge tomorrow night. And then next week we start into our first conference games. So like you said, at Diamond and then Sarcoxy. So hoping to kind of get off on the right foot with conference there. And then the Spokane tournament is a really good one. We just had the seed meeting for that yesterday, and it's got Greenwood and Stratford and Blue Eye, us, Southwest, Cassville, Reed Springs, Spokane. It's a top to bottom. I think just about anybody could beat anybody in that tournament. So that'll be a good one for us to play in.
Kind of prepares you for that district. I know you're Class 2, I believe District 12, and it's College Heights, Jasper Liberal, Miller, Thomas Jefferson, and Verona, I believe. Do you get to see any of those teams? I think Miller maybe even in your conference.
Yeah. Miller is a conference opponent. Other than that, we actually don't have any of those teams on the schedule, and I don't think we'll see them in a tournament. So,
well, outstanding. Well, again, on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks and presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations, Brady, on being named a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I have one more question because I'm a mandated reporter. Do you wear your seatbelt?
Yes, I do.
All the time?
All the time.
Very good. Well, you guys have a great day. Again, congratulations. Coach Williamson, thanks so much for setting this up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.
Auto Service in Dixon, Missouri is a proud supporter of the Dixon Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs this season, as well as all the other area schools and towns around Dixon, Missouri. If you need auto repairs, be sure to check him out on 801 West 4th Street, whether it be alignments, tires, whatever it need be. Check out Danny's Auto Service for all your small and big jobs in Dixon, Missouri. ZCM Timber Harvesting is a supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Iberia Rangers and Lady Rangers in this basketball tournament. Want to thank them for being a big sponsor of this tournament once again. Go Rangers and Lady Rangers. Good luck from ZCM Timber Harvesting. Shelton Welding Custom Fab and Repair in Dixon, Missouri. Give them a call for all of your needs on your trucks, your home, whatever it may be. If it's a welding job, Shelton Welding and Custom Fab and Repair can make it right.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Electric is a proud supporter of the Dixon Bulldogs and all the schools in their district in Pulaski County, Missouri, along with Marys County and other locations throughout Missouri. Good luck to the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs this season from Gas Osage Electric. G-Tech Fiber is built to last. Your local area internet run on Gas Osage Electric power poles. Reach out to Gas Osage Electric for all your G-Tech Fiber internet needs. Whether you live rural or in the city, they can provide internet. Allen Hilliard Sports will once again be providing the coverage of the Waynesville youth football for grades kindergarten all the way to 6th grade this year, from week 1 all the way to the championship in November. Games will start first week of September. Be sure to reach out WIF Football if you'd like to play.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, presented by the Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. Also presented by Liuna, Labor's Local 663, who reminds us, hey, drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Here we are as part of the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. We go to Jasper High School, and we welcome in Jasper head volleyball coach and his Athlete of the Week. But Coach Daniel Osborne, kind enough to join us here. Coach Osborne, thanks for your time today.
Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Coach, you're 9-1 on the season, just coming out of the Frontenac varsity volleyball tournament here. Tell us a little bit how the season's gone for the Lady Eagles.
We've had a really good start to our season. The Frontenac tournament was a really good test for our abilities. It's really the hardest tournament that our team has seen in several years. The level of play that we see from the Kansas side of the sport is a lot higher than what we see at our level. So we were playing 3A, 4A, and 5A teams, which is exactly what we need to be doing to improve our game. And we beat some 3As and 4As. We lost to Pittsburgh. We didn't play our best in that game, but we learned a lot about things we need to do and need to improve. And that's going to help us as we get ready for conference and then later on for districts at the end of the year.
Tell us a little bit about your team. As you look at last year's group, what did you have to replace because of graduation, and who are some of the young ladies coming in to fill in some of those roles?
We lost 3 seniors last year. And so one of the roles that we had to fill was an all-6 position. And so that's been taken up by a junior. Her name is Olivia Roberts. And Liv has done a really good job for us. It's her first year to go out and serve, and she's done a great job with that. And she just plays it all-6 really well. We also had to replace a libero, and that's being taken over by senior Addie Atnip. And Addie's a great leader out on the floor. She communicates really well. She's everywhere on the floor and just works really, really hard. And then we had to replace a middle hitter, and that's being done by one of our juniors, Chloe Storm, which is Shiloh's cousin. And so Chloe's doing a really great job. She gets some really good blocks up there for us, and her hitting's really improving this year as well.
Well, outstanding. Well, tell us a little bit about, you've got the Lamar Classic coming up this weekend. Tell us, about that. What are your expectations going in?
Well, I'm pretty excited about it. We begin tomorrow morning against Diamond, and Diamond's a local team from around here, and they're really good. And so it's going to be a good test of our abilities to see what we're going to be able to do at 8:30 in the morning. We also play a West Platte up by Kansas City, and it's a team we've never seen before, don't really know much about them, but we're excited to see them. And we'll see Greenwood out of Springfield, and that'll be another great game for us to do. I mean, it's just a lot of teams that we don't normally get to play, so that's a good thing for us to see at the Lamar tournament.
Outstanding. Now, kind of, are you, number one, I know the conferences have changed so much. Tell us about your conference and kind of handicap it a little bit, and maybe who you're going to have to maybe challenge you, or you're going to challenge for that conference title.
Well, we're really excited about conference. We're expecting to win the conference this year. That's a main goal for us. We've got a couple of teams we got to keep our eyes on, Osceola being one of them, and also Appleton City. I mean, there could be some other teams that surprise us, but a lot of the schools have lost a good group of seniors. We also got to keep our eye on Liberal. Liberal also has a good team this year. But overall, we feel pretty confident in our abilities. And when we go up against these teams, I think we'll do our best and hopefully come out with the WeMo Conference Championship this year.
And Liberal not only in your conference, but also a district.
Yes, they are. And we're excited about that. Liberal's a great school. They have great coaches, great kids, great administration, a lot of good friends over there. But sadly, on the volleyball court, they're not our friends anymore. So we've got to take them out and do our job. But we're glad to be a part of it, any type of a group with them.
And again, this is the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and that's being awarded to your volleyball player, Shiloh Storm. Tell us a little bit about Shiloh.
Shiloh's amazing. I've enjoyed watching Shiloh since elementary school, and she just has this natural ability to just play ball. You don't hear much out of her. She's quiet. She just does her job. I always tell people you rarely recognize that Shiloh's even on the floor because she does her job so well. She hit actually 2,000 assists last season during her junior year, which is unbelievable for a setter at Class 1. And she's only 119 assists away from 2,500, which I expect she'll probably hit that tomorrow when we go to the Lamar tournament. So she's just a great person, great player. Just really, really thankful to have Shiloh on our team.
Well, Shiloh, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. And on behalf of Chevrolet, the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named an Athlete of the Week.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I have my first question, because I am a mandated reporter for the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Do you always wear your seatbelt?
Yes.
Little bit of a pause.
Sometimes.
But Shiloh, tell us a little bit about how long you've been playing. The position you're in now as a setter, has that been your position basically all of your volleyball life? Or tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, through junior high years, I played back row as a passer, and they didn't really know where to put me because I didn't know. So, and then my 8th grade year, my coach decided that, she's got soft hands, let's put her as a setter. So I did that, and I set, and then we went into high school, and I was a setter, and just been working on that. And it's cool to go back and see like how much we've grown throughout, and how much everybody's positions have changed throughout junior high.
Now you're a senior.
Yes.
Any plans? Have you made any decision about next year, about what you're going to be doing?
I want to go to college to either get my business degree or go into pharmacy school. But I've been looking. I haven't really thought about going to play sports, but ever since like coaches have been coming up to me and asking me if I want to, it's kind of been a thought in my mind. I've kind of had it in my mind that if I want to or not.
Being a senior, if you could go back to that 7th and 8th grader Shiloh Storm and give her some advice based on what you know right now, what advice would you go back and give yourself? I mean, what advice would you tell that 7th and 8th grader Shiloh Storm?
Never give up and always chase your dreams and just keep pushing. If you feel like, this drill is dumb, like, why are we doing this? Like, always push for it, because there's always a reason that your coaches are wanting you to do that.
Now let's get into a game day situation. What are you doing throughout the day on a day that you're going to play, which you're not playing today? You're playing at 8:30 in the morning. That's amazing. But what are you doing today to kind of get ready, get yourself mentally and physically prepared?
I am just going throughout the day. I'm doing my work, staying focused, just going throughout the day. I'm preparing myself. I'm going to get everything ready for tonight so I can get a good night's sleep so I can be up and ready to play tomorrow.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about, you just as a person, what during the day, classroom work, what are you doing? How do you spend your day?
My classes are pretty easy, so I just take it how it is. I do my work. I get my work done on time, so I don't, I'm not rushing to get it done and not freaking out about it. So I always just like to have everything done.
Very good. Well, once again, on behalf of Chevrolet, the Chevy dealers of the Ozarks, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named Athlete of the Week. All right. Well, Coach, thanks so much for helping set this up. And we certainly will be paying attention, to the tournament tomorrow at Lamar. And anything we can help you guys with, just let us know. But thank you so much for setting this up.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.
Boredom of Cross Creek Realty is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Crocker Lions, as well as all the other area Frisco League teams in this part of Missouri. Be sure to check him out at Cross Creek Realty for all your home needs, whether it be selling a house or looking for a house. They have homes to sell and homes to buy. Rennie Tire Pro is your local tire shop in the Licking area. Be sure to check them out for whether it be just changing a tire, buying a set of new tires, small auto repair. Check out Rennie Tire in Licking, Missouri. Rennie Pharmacy is a proud supporter of the Licking Wildcats and Lady Wildcats this year. Be sure to check them out for all your pharmacy needs in Licking, Missouri. The Bank of Iberia is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Waynesville and Iberia communities, along with all the other Frisco League teams in the area. Be sure to give them a call. They are a member FDIC, Equal Home Housing Lender, 2 locations, Waynesville and Iberia. Come visit the downtown service station in Waynesville, Missouri. They have been there for many years. Used to be the Schultz service station. But they do maintenance. You can get gas. They sell Route 66 merchandise. There are plenty things to do downtown. Be sure to stop there and visit the friendly staff. If you need a quick job done, they can take care of it. Or just stop in and say hi.
To the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's Barbecue Pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com, legit Texas barbecue.
Dickey's Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Newburgh Wolves and Lady Wolves, as well as the area schools and communities in Rolla. Among other areas they serve, be sure to check them out on Kings Highway. Enjoy Dickey's Barbecue, greatest in town. Pawn Shop is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and all the area schools, including the Frisco League basketball tournament. Be sure to visit them down by the front gate of Fort Leonard Wood. The Bank of Crocker, since 1911, has been in Pulaski County and the surrounding area for many years. They have home loans, auto loans, whatever loans you need. Give them a call. They are member FDIC and the Equal Housing Home Lender.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Laborers Local 663 Shelter Insurance Agents, Grant Baker and Aurora Sean Holman in Lockwood. Also presented by the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. Doak Propane, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, and Great Southern Bank. And welcome to our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. We go down to Dora High School and Dora Falcon head coach Cole Garnett. Coach Garnett, thanks so much for your time today.
Well, thanks for having us.
Coach, before we visit with our Athlete of the Week, tell us a little bit about the Falcons and the season up to this point.
Well, we've had a good season. We've had some real competitive games close. We've lost some real close games. I think we're 16-8 at the moment. We only have one Class 2 loss on the year to Alton, who got us at the night. They played really well. Credit goes to them. Everybody else we've lost to has been Class 3. Got to go up to Kansas City for the inaugural 12 Courts of Christmas ordeal they had up there, where we were able to defeat Class Neosho and Class 4 Odessa. And, being one of the smallest Class 2s in the state, is certainly, even if they're not a 23-0 Class 5 team, if you're able to go beat a Class 5 and a Class 4 team when their enrollment in one grade is probably that of our entire high school enrollment, it's a big ordeal. And the girls have had a great season so far, and we hope to finish strong.
Going back that 12 Courts of Christmas, obviously a great time to get away, kind of bond as a team, and then face some folks that you probably wouldn't normally see. What advantage do you draw from that?
I took away that, we're not going to have 5 or 6 games to film on them. We don't play Neosho every single year, so they don't know us. We don't know them all that well. You're able to get some film from coaches all around the state with Huddle nowadays, so you're at least able to scout a little bit. But when you have a player like Cassidy here, who has scored so many points in her career, every coach around here knows who they've got to guard, and they may game plan for a week and a half to 2 weeks. When you're able to go play someone that doesn't know a whole lot about you, it takes a little bit of pressure off, because they're coming into it just kind of like you are. They're trying to play their best without necessarily over planning on the part of, you play back-to-back days. You've just got to go play well. You can't prep for 3 or 4 days for one team and then 3 or 4 days for the next team. But I think the girls really enjoyed the trip. We had a whole lot of fun. They got to go Christmas shopping up there in Kansas City and, see a bunch of lights and stuff. So it was a good team trip for sure.
And Coach, and again, we're visiting with Dora Falcon head coach Cole Garnett. Tell just a little bit about your background. How long have you been at Dora? Where'd you go to high school, college, and how'd you end up there?
Well, I went to high school in Valley Springs, Arkansas, just south of the Missouri border a little ways. Ended up going to college at Arkansas State in Jonesboro. And when I graduated from there, I got on at Neelyville, which was just across the Missouri border again. Me and my wife went from there. We went up to Dixon for a few years, up by Rolla. We had our first kid, and from there to any kind of family where we were living, it was about a 6-hour drive. So my wife looked at me and said, "Hey, I want to be closer." Okay. We started looking for jobs. She got on at West Plains, and so we moved down here. I actually went to Gainesville for a year, and after that year, driving from West Plains to Gainesville on 160 every day, it was just a little much when you have a young kid at home. So Dora had a job come open, and they're about 30 minutes closer than Gainesville. I think it takes me 20 minutes to get to work every day. So I applied, got on here. This is my actual 3rd year at Dora, but it's only my 2nd year as basketball coach. The first year I did softball only. I was assistant softball coach. And so, when the girls' basketball job came open and they asked me if I wanted it, I was like, man, that's perfect. I already know all the girls because of softball. I can just step right in. Hopefully they know me well enough to where our relationship's already kind of there from softball, and it'll be a nice transition.
Now, Cassidy Hamilton alongside our Chevrolets of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, 49 points the other night, including apparently a buzzer beater and also her 2,500th point in that game. Tell us a little bit about Cassidy and what makes her special.
Well, she is a luxury to have for sure on the playing floor. Players that score 2,500 points in their career only come around once in a lifetime at certain schools. And for coaches, I don't know many coaches that have multiple 2,500 point scores in their careers either. With her on the floor, we're almost unpressable because we can get her the ball, and being our point guard, she's a good enough ball handler. We can usually break the press. So that takes away a lot of what some teams are able to do that make them so successful. And then offensively, there was a game here a while back where we were struggling. We weren't playing well. She'd got and one and got into the free throw line. And the next possession, another one of her teammates were shooting free throws. And I called her over to me and said, "Hey, we need you right now. Put us on your back. Let's get in a rhythm. Carry us for a little bit until we can kind of get into it." And she did. And when you've got a player that can do that, like, hey, we need a bucket right now. Let's run a play. Let's run a set. Get to the lane. Get some free throws. When you've got a player that can do that for you, it's a game changer, because there's a lot of teams, that you might have a lot of shooters, you might have some girls that can score, but do you have a playmaker? And that's what I tell all the coaches I talk to about her. She is a playmaker. If you've got someone open, she's going to find them. If you need a bucket, she's going to go get you one. She can get to the free throw line. I think right now, I don't have it in front of me, but I think she's averaging 7 assists per game. And so, not only is she averaging 30 points per game, she's averaging 7 assists per game and getting her teammates open. And we've worked for, 2 years now. The more you get your teammates open, the more you're going to be open. And I think that's paying off big time this year with her numbers.
Well, Cassidy, welcome to the show.
Hi.
And on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, congratulations being named Athlete of the Week. Let's go back first to talk about these games. One is 49 points. Is that a personal career high for you?
No, actually, 55 is my career high, and then we went into overtime and ended up losing that game by 6. But yeah, so that's not my high. But
All right. Well, you win this one. You're winning at the buzzer. You score your 2,500th point. Going into the game, did you know where you were points wise in your career? Did you know that was attainable?
I knew it was attainable. I wasn't sure exactly how many I needed, but I wasn't really worried about that because that game we started out really bad. Actually, I remember looking at the scoreboard and it was 40-19 in the first half, and I was like, "How did it get like that?" But we were only down 17 at halftime, and we ended up coming back in just the last minutes of the game. So yeah.
So you're down 21. You cut it to 17 at half. Tell us what happened in that second half. And were the bulk of your points in the second half?
Most of them were, I think.
I was at 16.
I think she was at 16 or 17 at halftime.
Yeah.
And so in the second half, we changed our defense a little bit. We tried to do some different stuff. Yeah, most of them were in the second half. She definitely, she would have put up 30 or so in the second half. It looks like around 30 in the second half. But we changed our defense. We had a nice talk at halftime. And, I told them it's not going to be easy. But, there's no such thing as a 20-point shot. 2 points here, 2 points there. They actually cut it to 10 to start the fourth quarter. And I remember looking at the scoreboard one time. We were down 7 points with 1 minute, 27 seconds left. And I thought, we've got to figure something out. And, when the defense has to pay so much attention to her, we had a couple other girls make some free throws and I think we made 2 layups from assists from her in that last minute and a half. And, when you're running 2 or 3 girls at her, that opens someone up somewhere, and she's really good at finding them.
All right. Well, Cassidy, take us through point number 2,500. What point of the game did that occur?
I'm pretty sure it happened in the third quarter. Yeah, and in the game, Coach Bennett said he was gonna stop the game and recognize it, but we were kind of starting to actually play good at that point, so we wanted to stay in a rhythm. So I wasn't even worried about it then. I was just worried about the game. I think it was a good idea that he didn't call timeout at that time.
Yeah, probably a good idea to put that one in your pocket. Take us through that last minute and a half, and then throughout into that last shot to win it.
Well, I wasn't even sure that we were that close. I look up at the scoreboard and it's 60-64, and I was like, okay, we can do this. We're right in it. And I don't know. I'm not sure how we tied it up, but we were tied and we had the ball with 20 seconds, and he called timeout, and we were trying to run a play and it didn't work. And so we were kind of just passing around up top, and it was 6 seconds. So I just drove in there and shot a little floater, and I hoped it went in.
And it went in.
Yes.
Very good. Well, take us back. You're a senior this year. Take us back to your freshman year. How has your game kind of changed since you were a freshman? Is it more attacking the basket or from the outside or getting to the free throw? And how's your game changed?
When I was freshman, sophomore, I tended to settle more for threes than attacking, and I think I got a lot better last year and this year at just getting to the basket, and I think that's what I'm doing really well right now. just also creating open shots for my teammates as well.
If you could go back over all the games in your career, is there one game you'd like to go back and play again? And maybe it's the one you had 49 points in, or maybe it's a game that got away from you.
I would definitely want to go back to sectionals last year because we were in that game and I actually ended up spraining my ankle in the second quarter, and I had to go out for like, I don't know, 2 minutes, and they ended up making a little run and we just never got back in it. So that I think about that like every day. Actually, I want to go back to that game.
All right. What games on your schedule coming up, and you're going into? You may have seeded for districts, or it's probably right around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, we seeded. We got the 1 seed.
So you're the 1 seed. Who maybe Seymour or Kabul? Who's the 2 seed?
Kabul is the 2.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to see them this year?
We played and we played them in the Mountain Grove tournament and we beat them twice.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, Cassidy, again, on behalf of Chevaliers of the Ozarks, congratulations on 49 points is big in a game. And, of course, the 2,500 career points is outstanding. What do you have planned for next year, if any plans?
I do plan on continuing my basketball career somewhere. I haven't made a decision yet, so I'm not 100% sure where I'm going, but I will know pretty soon.
All right. Any particular area of study?
I'm not exactly sure. Probably somewhere in education or sports management, something like that.
Very good. Well, again, Cassidy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach Garnett, thanks so much for setting this up. And hopefully as we get into districts, we'll get to do this again and kind of talk about the district run for the Door Falcons.
I hope we get to talk again. Thanks for having us.
Hey, you bet. Door Falcon head coach Cole Garnett and Chevaliers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, Cassie Hamilton, here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be right here.
Action Highway 28 is your local gas station for all your small grocery needs. Also, your Hunt's Brothers pizza provider, making it fresh in the store and keeping it warm under the lights for you. Multi flavors to choose from. You get 3 for $30. Also, all your snacks, chips, whatever you need, down to your beverages and down to your sweet snacks. Check out Dog Patch. The Dixon School District has been a sponsor of Allen Hilliard Sports for many years now and continues to provide sponsorship. They have 3 state-of-the-art schools, including a high school, middle school, and an elementary school, all in Dixon, Missouri, serving the Dixon and St. Robert area children. Be sure to check them out at their new admin building on the corner downtown, just off of Main Street, the Dixon School District, Dixon, Missouri.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Progressive Ozark Bank in Licking, Missouri is a supporter of the Licking Wildcats and Lady Wildcats athletics, including this Frisco League tournament for the boys and the girls and the district tournament. Thank you, Progressive Ozark Bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Town and Country Bank is also a supporter of the Licking Wildcats and Lady Wildcats, along with other activities in the Licking area and Texas County. Be sure to stop by, give them a call, member FDIC, for all your banking needs. Town and Country Bank in Licking, Missouri.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
The Dixon Athletic Booster Club is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Dixon community, as well as the Dixon athletic programs. Be sure to join the Booster Club. All the money goes to help support the Dixon athletes in the community, whether it be high school, middle school, baseball, basketball, whatever it is. Check out the Dixon Booster Club on Facebook to become a member. $200 to be a corporate sponsor on the video board in the gym.
Hey, welcome back to Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Guy Newcomb, the scoreboard guy, alongside here, and we go to Sherman Hill Fieldhouse on the campus of Licking High School and bring in Licking Wildcats head coach Steve Rissler. Coach Rissler, thanks for your time today.
Yep, thanks for having us, Guy. I appreciate it.
You bet. This show brought to you by, as always, Central Bank of the Ozarks, Labor's Local 663, Shelter Insurance Agents, Grant Baker in Aurora, Sean Holman in Lockwood, Doak Propane, Great Southern Bank, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, who reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. 3 seconds that could save your life. Here on the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, we welcome in Coach Rissler. And, Coach, first off, tell us a little bit about your season. 19-4 at this point. I know we visited early on, but from your point of view, how's it going?
It's going really well. You know, we're 19-4. We seeded yesterday for our district, and we got the 1 seed. And you know, our I think the season's gone really well. You know, if you could tell me before the season started, would I take a 19-4 sitting where we're at? And I would say yes. So we locked up the Frisco League last night. So we won. We hadn't won it in 2 years. Richland had beaten us twice, so you know it was good to get that back. And then we also were able to win the Frisco League tournament. So last thing we have is the districts and the state, hopefully a state run.
And you got two games left, 2 regular season games left, I guess, on your schedule, and they're one of them is a long drive for you.
Yeah, we're going to Thayer tonight, so we leave like at 3:30. So we'll go into Thayer tonight. And then we go to Dixon next Monday or Tuesday. So we actually still have a game open. So if we could get something in on the 17th with somebody, if anybody sees this, we have a spot open.
Very good.
Yeah.
And that district you're talking about, that's Class 3 District 10.
Yeah.
It's Hartville is in that district, but you also have a good Mansfield team at 18-4.
Yeah.
Mansfield, the 2 seed.
Yes, Mansfield, the 2 seed. You know, they have they're 18-4, 19-4. I didn't see if they played last night, but you know, they gave us everything we wanted here early. They played Miller close, and they got beat on the buzzer to Ava. And then Hartville, they've played Hartville 3 times, and they're kind of a rivalry game. And Hartville beat them once, and then they beat Hartville twice. So, but I mean, the 4 seed's nasty too. It's Mountain View Liberty, and you know that's. I say, you know, like our 6 seed, which is Houston, is still pretty good. You know, we only beat them 3. So I think top to bottom, our district, you know, there's no easy games. It's just, you know, somebody's going to have to win, beat a couple good teams to get out of our district. So.
Yeah, the only district in the state right now that I believe there is not one team with a below 500 record.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's in double digits. It's going to be tough. I mean, we could lose first round, you know. I literally think that we're one of the, like, our last seed or our 5th, they could win the district. You know, whoever gets hot, whoever's playing, you know, it's at Houston. You know, if they get hot or if Thayer gets hot, you know, somebody could, any of us could come out of that. So, you know, we're really focused on that, though. We've been prepping for this for about a year.
And here in our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment, Abby Solons is alongside you. Tell us a little bit about this young lady and what she does for you.
Yeah, well, she's this is her 3rd year starting for us. Her freshman year was we went to the Final Four, and we actually lost to Stratford in the championship game. She was a freshman, super nervous back then. But, yeah, she had a really good freshman year. And then, you know, last year, another good year. And then this year, she's really caught fire here recently. I think she's really coming out of her shell. You know, I always gave her a hard time about being so shy and stuff, but she's not like that anymore. And, I mean, she's just playing lights out. She had a really good game against Salem. And then we picked up St. James on like 2 hours notice, and we didn't play very good that game. But She was coming, like, she missed the Rogersville tournament, and she was COVID sick, I believe, or some type of sickness. So, but when she came back, we played at Newburgh Monday, and that was a huge game for us. And she hit 8 threes. She went 8 for 14 from 3. And Newburgh's not easy. They're state ranked in Class 2. She had 33 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And then last night we had a makeup game with Stoutland, and she probably only played about maybe 10 minutes at the most, and she had 31 points and probably 5 steals or so. She's about 5'11", if you can't see that, but she's taller than me. Really good jumper. She's left-handed also, and we run a lot of lob plays. Everybody knows it, and she's the girl that goes up and gets it. So yeah, she's a great athlete for me. Actually, she was the shortest one of the group until about 8th grade, and then she went from about 5'3" to about 5'11". So she has a brother that's a freshman, and he's good too, and so hopefully he hits that growth spurt. Yeah.
Well, very good. Well, Abby, on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, congratulations being named Athlete of the Week, and thanks for being part of the show today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take us back to your freshman year. Coach talked a little bit about the nerves there. What was that like, and how have you changed since then?
Well, I just got more comfortable, like just being on the court. Being a freshman and being the youngest one, like that was definitely intimidating. But now, like knowing that I need to step it up, and I needed to just get rid of those nerves. Like there's no reason for those nerves anymore. Just go out there and play like I know I can play. And so that's just what I've been trying to do.
And that growth spurt, and I went through something very similar. As a freshman, I was 5'6", and by my senior year, I am 6'4", 6'5". But as a freshman, I had to handle the ball a lot. So when I grew, I was already used to handling the ball because I was the shortest guy. So I could play with my front to the basket or back to the basket. Have you kind of feel like that's really helped you being having that growth spurt?
Yeah, whenever I was young, I was the point guard too on the teams that I played. But growing, I feel like it kind of made me feel more awkward. But now I feel like I've kind of gotten some of that back.
Yeah, she's also she was a dancer and like a gymnast growing up. She told me the other day she would have been on the dance team here instead of playing basketball. So luckily we don't have a dance team, but she can do flips and all that stuff. She had some pretty good. We've had some good guards. We had Holland her freshman year, and Kylie and her cousin Anna Solons last year. I think that they were good leaders. Sometimes the older kids can be mean to the younger kids, but it's not like that here. Abby's she's a great teammate, straight A student, and she's just having a really good year. Like we put her inside now because she's a matchup nightmare. I got 2 girls that are 5'11", 6 foot that can play guard or inside. So whichever one of those two, her and Kylie Ingram, whichever one of those two gets a better matchup, we stick them inside. So, we have some post-up plays for Abby, which is something like last night she dropped a Kareem baby hook, a left-handed hook over Stoutland. So I run her with the posts in practice because she's played guard her whole life, but she's over 53s for the year, and she's also we run our lob plays to her, and we run our post up stuff to her. So I'm asking her to do a lot, and she's really stepped it up. She's having a great year, averaging career high and everything. So, and she's a junior, so she'll be back.
That's always good.
Yeah,
Abby, tell us a little bit about coming into this season. Do you have any personal goals or team goals that you'd like to accomplish? And some of them you may already have.
Yeah, well, this year, I played with these girls my whole life. I just wanted us to all keep that team chemistry, and I knew that we can go far with this group because we're so close and we just know how to play with each other. So that's so what I want us to do. I want us to go as far as we can.
Again, visiting with the Licking Wildcats head coach Steve Ristle and our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, Abby Solons. And Abby, you've got a game tonight, long bus ride, but
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you do on a daily basis just to kind of get mentally and physically prepared for a game, whether it be studying film, taking care of your body, drinking lots of water. What do you do
Yeah.
to get prepared?
I definitely make sure I drink a lot of water, eat right for the game. And I just think it's important for like your team to do things together. Like on our bus rides, we always listen to music and we always like talk to each other. We're not just doing our own thing. I think it's important for us to like act like a team on bus rides so we don't just show up and not feel ready to play.
Yeah, this group actually likes each other. Like I can't think of one kid who's like, like doesn't, like a negative person. We have a really good group of young girls and we have a really good group of older girls. And it's just like, it's almost like a little duckling. We call the freshmen pea babies. And so the older girls are kind of like their moms, I feel like, but it's good to see like the chemistry is really good and it's been a really fun season because of that. Yeah.
So what's on your iPad? Or iPod? What are you listening to on these bus rides?
This is good.
Well, I always have to be the DJ. We listen to a bunch of 2010s music like Katy Perry and just a bunch of upbeat music. Like a lot of music that we would listen to in our childhood usually.
Childhood.
Well,
Katy Perry is an oldie.
2010s, that was our childhood.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, very good. Well, Abby, what number do you wear?
32.
32. Outstanding. What are your expectations here as you head into district? What are you looking forward to?
I'm excited to play. Like I just think we can go really far this year, and I want to make it past districts and keep continuing to go farther.
Very good. Well, once again, Abby, congratulations on behalf of Chevy Delivers the Ozarks, and best of luck tonight. And have a great time on the bus playing DJ with Katy Perry.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And Coach Risser, thanks so much for setting this up and coming to us live from the Sherman Hill Field House there on the campus of Licking High School. We'll go get them, and hopefully we'll get to visit with you guys again.
All right. Thanks, Guy.
Hey, you're
Appreciate
watching.
your coverage.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, presented by the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. Keep it right here. Be smart.
The Arkansas Activities Association believes that athletes are taught by many things through sports, in addition to the skills they learn: self-control, ideals of fair play, honesty, respect for authority, and for opposing players. To learn these values results in maximum benefits from his or her athletic experiences. Once again, thank you to the Arkansas Athletic Association, and good luck, Pocahontas Member School, Arkansas Activities Association.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji! Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
Security Bank is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports, and they are the main supporter this year and sponsor of all broadcasts with Allen Hilliard Sports. They've been around since World War II through the thick and the thin, supporting the Waynesville St. Robert community through all these years of growth, and continue to support the Waynesville St. Robert community through 2 locations in Waynesville and St. Robert, one in downtown by the courthouse, the other location in St. Robert. Be sure to check out Security Bank of Pulaski County for all your banking needs. They are member FDIC, whether it be car loan, house loan, they can make it happen. Again, thank you, Security Bank, for all your support. And Security Bank wishes the best for all the Tigers and Lady Tigers this season in all their competitions, whether it be arts or athletics. Again, Security Bank of Pulaski County, 2 convenient locations.
You've been knocked down and got up again.